No, it's another regional day, but that's fine because it looks like Emancipator was here to squeak into top 16 to make this breakdown a little bit more tolerable. I bet 30% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe and smash it so we can get to 105,000. The breakdown for Michigan is here, and wow, there is a lot of interesting stuff here. First of all, Dogmatica Despia DPE. Taking down first place here. We'll have an idea of what that list looks like here in a second, but that sounds like an interesting pile. Lots of Adventure Despia, Adventure Praying Kids, more Despia, Adventure Sky Striker, ooh, different, based Sky Striker. Wonder what, is that just like a Magician Souls package? We have Adventure Despia DP and more Adventure Despia. There's 5 Despia decks here, alright? 2 Sky Striker and 1 Praying Kids. Talk about tipping the scales in terms of a format warping point in the game. But you know what? We have an Emancipator list here that makes the top 16 was a pretty interesting thing. Let's dig onto these lists, shall we? All right, the first deck list we have here is, what was it, top 16 was Mirai from actually my locals. Got the chance to make top 16 with this. Now, we've seen Emancipator functionally doing well at more of a competitive sense as of late, and I would say this deck has actually been a pretty good rogue buster for some reason. I see that we have full Scythe Lock in here, DPE shenanigans, only playing 1 Fusion Destiny 2. We can see the Verte Anaconda as we need to, double Dragite for draw power, Small Worlds to bridge the gap. Outside of that, I think that this deck is a pretty solid door buster if you're somebody that wants to play rogue at this point in time, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. Rogue is always going to have its nice little place in the format here to do well, and as you see, you know, top 16 is fine. You know, unfortunately, you just kind of dodge the bullet to top 8, but there's nothing wrong with that, all right? You still get your invite at the end of the day for regional like this. All right, top deck list. Oh boy, what in the world is this? We are playing Ecclesias and the Fleur-de-Lis in here. And we are also playing Punishment. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised to see that we're using Ecclesias as a sub-extender to search for floor for more negates. But this is actually interesting. I think this is the first time that I've seen this deck actually wanting to play the Ecclesia stuff. This feels very reminiscent of dear old Invoke Dogmatica, where you make your big old fusion plays and you're like, extend out the Ecclesia to search for, you know, Punishment. But it's just Punishment locking you for the additional turn kind of takes away like follow-up plays. But I guess that you'd want to save this for like the end-all be-all, but you've also got Fleur-de-Lis to beam on out to load up for negates. So either way, like, there's combos here with this, but I don't know if I'd deem this like amazing. But it looks like this did win the regional. Next up here, more Despia. To keep in mind, the last list only played one tragedy. I also see here, man, this Fairy Tale Snow. I've been seeing a lot of lists right now exploring the option of Fairy Tale Snow. This card, like, being a sub-extender for this deck is really good. Also, we're playing 45 cards here, which means we get access to playing the adventure package here. Which means, okay, one big thing I will say is I do like the adventure package in this deck, but you've got to adjust ratios to get things right. And, of course, here, Aluber being a 3-of does kind of conflict with this, so dropping it down to 2 opens up a little bit more space. But you can tell in here, like, your tech options are a little bit better. You're more prepared for cross-out to make sure that nothing happens to you. And obviously, like, you need to make sure that you have cross-out targets. If you do not have these cross-out targets present, you're going to have a very, very bad time, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, that's very important to know that good card is good. All right. Next up here is, this is our Adventure Praying Kids deck. So this deck is not trying to get crazy out here or anything. We're just playing the double Magician Souls and the double Illusion. I have, like I said in a few other videos, we have noticed like a reduction of these Magician Souls in these decks. And while it's not like necessarily a bad thing here, it is important to see, especially when you're fully extended out to 60. This build is also only playing 2 Fansies. I have noticed a lot of Fansies being reduced in terms of numbers as well, except for, you know, everybody trying to get cheesy and play, you know, 2, 2, 2, 1 in terms of these, but we're still on double Dropsies, double Lamsies at this point in time. So does prove off that you can shave off a fansies and be absolutely fine and still play like an extended universal package and still achieve those same results. Also, Double Faithful, I like that. As long as you have like a follow-up here, so you can see, so you can go ahead and Magician Souls, generate like the draw power that you want. Yeah. Next up here is 50 card Despia. Alright, so this build wanted to play Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. We are also playing the Prosperities in this build. We didn't see Prosperities in the other list, if I noticed correctly, because we had Talents present in there. You know, we're kind of wrapping things up at 45 cards. And I also noticed that we didn't have Comedy in some of these lists. It really is going to come down to how you want to build this. Like I said, you have so many crazy ways out here that, you know, an entire top 8, you've got 3 different variations of this stupid deck working out here. And then, of course, you know, DeHark's just getting massive airtime here because you're like, I can steal the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer for my... It's so crazy to me. All of these different variations are all working underneath the same roof and having success with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's so freaking cool. All right, next up here we have Sky Striker. So was this supposed to be our Sky Striker? Okay, this is our Sky Striker Adventure deck. So of course, the big thing you're going to want to do with this deck is you use the Rite of Armesia package to basically build up into what we like to call Verte Anaconda. Now, actually, fun fact, over the last couple of weeks, I've seen this build a little bit less in decline. More people have just been playing more like the extended toolbox, and it looks like it's been working out. Though I will say that this build is massively hand-trapped out of its mind. Holy crap. Also, I do think for the most part, most of these builds do cut back on rows, because there's not really much of a use to like full extend out the Rose package and like play multiples, because you just want to shave off as much as you can, make sure the deck is 40 cards so you can optimize and do your most results, unlike the 60 card variants that just want as many good cards as they can. Sky Striker wants to make sure it stays optimized so it can see its pool of very, very good cards to play the game. Alright, next up, oh, this is a base Sky Striker deck. Holy crap, what is this? What in tarnation? What is this? So we're using our Sky Striker package, full extended, we're playing Small Worlds. Okay, you know, I didn't actually think I would ever see Sky Striker merge with base and have it work out, but this duelist has proven me wrong. Wow, talk about levels of innovation here. So standard Magician Souls package in here, standard Brave package. We have Ghost Mourner, Moonlit Chills in here for the extended universe. Of course, Small Worlds to bridge the gap to get to whatever we want. This is a hot pile of cards, and for this to work out is both hilarious and actually awesome to me. Even still at 60 cards, you can still make Sky Striker look very, very interesting. Okay, I'm just at a loss for words because this is awesome in terms of build. All right. Next up here was another Despia deck. All right, so once again, we're back on to the tech choice for this build is the One Incredible Ecclesia. Though I did like the One Incredible Ecclesia for this deck, to be honest with you, at the very beginning of its life. This and like DPE shenanigans is busted, man. All right, like recurring this back every single turn to laugh at your opponent and be like, haha, free 1500 body. You know, it's actually really, really good. But we also had, Max Tragedy. Oh yeah, we're not playing the Brave package. Oh no, we are playing the Brave package. It's very small. Okay, so we double Ride, double Enchantress, and then this. We're playing the Crossouts and Triple Talents. Alright, most of the builds up to this point I've only been playing double Talents, but that's fine. Outside of that, also D-Berry's present on the side, and of course the Necro Banshee combo as well. Yeah, I don't see anything too crazy about this, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty normal. And the last list we have for you guys here is another Despia list. Here we go. So this one's playing the Frightful package. How many variants? How many variants of this deck have you seen at this point in time? All 4 variants. I think it's like 6 or 7. But all the variants are present here. Maximized Deluber. Well, I mean, yeah, we're playing 50 cards. That's fine. Frightful package to make sure that we can do our crazy, stupid good combos. There's Talents once again present here. Double Polymerization in the main deck. I think 2 is the right number for this. We're actually playing, double Zombie World down here in terms of things. I guess that's kind of interesting in case your opponent like counter sides for you. So you're kind of able to bring up to speed and kind of counteract out of that. But really, outside of that, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're dealing with right now. Got to give it up. So please leave a comment about what you guys think. What do you guys think about the Michigan breakdown? Things are really going about as well as I thought that they would. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.